Good afternoon, Ducky. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining me. Hey, hello, Goblin. My laundry isn't this fun. No. I'll try to avoid mine as much as possible. I'll wait until people start complaining about how smelly I am. Got my first upgrade yesterday. So it all looks nice and pretty with all neon lights. About owning a laundrette with an arcade in the back. But yeah, that's right. And as you get through the game, you expand more and more, obviously, on the arcade, and then eventually the laundrette part completely disappears, and you've just got a arcade Emporium. It's a lot of fun, and it's to say one of the kind of games that I feel quite comfortable streaming with because I can almost turn my brain off. But so all the arcade machines are all playable, which is quite cool. I went to install this last night, went upstairs from my controller, came back down without it and couldn't be arsed there. Oh. Get it played, Ducky. WarioWare. Now, is that the one with all the mini games and stuff? Because I'm not really familiar with Wario. Playing video games is much better than watching Arsenal, surely. I'm going to disappoint everybody, and I'm not into football. Used to play it back in the day. Used to play for like a Sunday league, but I lost the love for it. Plus I can't move like I used to. Plus, time watching football on the TV or whatever is time away from playing video games, so... Couldn't pay me to watch football, although I'm currently bidding on a football special issue. She's the same as me then, Goblin, not much of a fan. I'll have gaming more when the season starts. Yeah, next season. I'm an Everton fan, but love watching anyone except Liverpool. Ah. I used to, back in the 1980s, I used to support Tottenham Hotspur because my brother did. And then me and my brother had a falling out, and I said, right, that's it, I'm supporting Liverpool from now on. That's how petty I was. Plus, at the time, I think Liverpool were winning the league and everything. They were winning, you know, they're a very strong team. And I basically did it because I was, you know, glory hunter and all that. "30 hours a week, I think that's nice and healthy." Yeah, I game as much as I possibly can. Like, just not enough hours in the day, and work gets in the way as well, doesn't it? If I'm not in work, I'm gaming. I'd lose my marbles without it. Yeah, same. Although a lot these days, I get in from work, I'm so knackered, and I just sit there, turn the PS5 on, and just sit flicking through the games. I think it's quite a common thing actually these days, isn't it? Just sort of almost like a gaming block. Don't know what to play. Got too much to choose from. But you've almost like got to be in the right kind of mood for, you know, a certain game or whatever. I know, although I always get all these sort of open world games and whatever, it's almost like I just want a quick fix. So I keep putting off a lot of games, which is sad. I've been out of work since January. Start the bus is Monday. Oh wow. Don't think I could be a bus driver. I think it would be the shitty people that put me off. I wouldn't mind the actual driving aspect. Just the kind of people that would get on my bus. And then again, I spent my whole working life working with the general public, and it kind of puts you off them. Oh wow, taxi driver. Cool, I bet you've seen some things. Loved it when money was awful. What, taxi driving? I thought that would be, well, the amount of money they charge, I'd expect that to be loads of money. So we have to make 500 before you started. That's private hire. So. Oh really? Yeah, I know very little about Uber. Didn't realise that was going to kill it for everyone. But I suppose are Uber sort of kind of responsible for killing off a lot of things? Because obviously they do sort of delivery services and stuff, don't they? Don't really know much about them. £600 a week before tax, that's not bad. Oh, well, okay. Are you quite looking forward to working on the buses then? Do you generally like the general public? And what's the worst thing about being a taxi driver or bus driver? Very laid back. Yes, you know, I consider myself a very laid back person, but I don't know. I don't know. I just don't seem to have the patience like I used to with people. I think COVID was a big thing in the way of how I kind of came to sort of detest people and their behaviours. Plus you see a lot of sort of videos online as well about how shitty people can be. Slightly bugs me how the scan lines are the wrong way on this rotated monitor. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, yeah, I mean, nice people and stuff. I mean, do they outweigh the bad? I don't know. The thing is with me though, I could be sort of quite argumentative, and I don't know. I'd find it quite hard to let a shitty person get one over on me. Although shitty people can give you something to talk about when you get home from work. Almost like becomes like a highlight of the day.
Come get some! System subjugated!
What, proper punch-ups? Oh, bloody hell, can't be doing that. See, I'm not a violent person. But I'd always worry if I did get into a fight, I'd go too far. Fight to the death and all that. Yeah, absolutely, Goblin. And it does feel like in this sort of modern world or whatever that these shitty people are obviously getting away with stuff more and more. And they know it, and they love it, and they absolutely sort of thrive on it. That's what I had. I picked up 3 lads. And one of them said to me, "What do I want to be when I grow up?" Oh, God. I think I just wet myself. Sorry. Oh, dear. So I think in a lot of sort of situations, I do always, I don't know, I do always find things amusing when people are being sort of shitty. I try and sort of turn it around and literally sort of laugh it off or whatever. Wanna be starting something, wanna be starting something. Bit of MJ for you. Oh. How can I be kicked out of my own laundrette? I can't do anything once it's closing time. It's a bagger. Because that's going to annoy me. Wet washing in a machine. Just sitting there overnight. Got a nice glass of Hobgoblin to keep me company to wet my whistle, to loosen my tongue. I work in a supermarket, working on the beers, wines and the spirits. I doing my homework. Take my work home. Disrespect from random people really doesn't bother me anymore. At this point, I've had to deal with people close to me wanting to hurt me, and being able to, without me being able to do anything about it. Yeah, oh, I say when a randomer does something, I just find it funny now. Couldn't care less. Yeah, it is all sort of water off a duck's back, isn't it? And when you know that somebody's trying to purposely do something for a reaction, and you don't give it to them, it's I think that's sort of satisfying in its own right. That's like when people try to offend you. It's like, I don't get offended because either someone is meaning to offend you and therefore you don't give them the reaction, or people don't mean to offend you and then it's like, well, it's okay. It's, if they didn't mean to do it, then it can be easily sort of forgiven. And don't worry about it. Seems weird that they try to wind a random person up. Yeah, I don't really get. Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? Like, that's a weird sort of mentality to have, isn't it? Just, let's say, I suppose it's that could just be down to sort of some sort of mental illness or whatever, isn't it? Just be. Right, what am I doing? Oh, I'm gonna go play on my new machine. Right, do me a quick bit of washing. See, Ducky, I'm not a fighter, and I've had no fights. I must be contender for Nobel Peace Prize, or the FIFA Peace Prize, at least. Even though I don't like football, but then again, you don't have to like football to win that prize, do we? Can't say I understand this machine, but it's somehow yeah. It took me a while to like properly understand it. I mean, it's the basics of it is kind of sort of straightforward, but I was finding it was really sort of messing with my head. But then I got to a point with it where I sort of became sort of quite fluid and understood it. And oh yes, there's trophies. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Any hard trophies on this? Nothing. No, nothing. I would sort of say really hard, because it'll only be. I think there was one where it was you had to complete. Still want it. Certain. Oh, flipping it. What are they called? They've got like what's the word? Like sort of like to-do lists or whatever. Certain challenges. That's the word I was looking for. Certain challenges you have to do on each game, and when you complete all the challenges on one game, then that's that goes into your games that you've completed challenges on, whatever. If you understand that. And there was a couple of games that I found particularly hard, but I had to do it to get the trophy. No missables, no. Bring this little game to an end, because I'll be going for ages on this one otherwise, and and I've got washing to do. Although I think they're not closed yet. I have some dissatisfied customers with a stinky laundry.
Spectacular!
I think the throwing the bag in the trash could be a little bit more challenging.
Spectacular!
So Goblin, if you're still here, what other games are you into? Like, are you into any modern games, or are you specifically about like retro? Any good gaming stores close to me? All I have is just CEX where I am. So yeah, most of my purchases are sort of CEX or eBay. Oh, right, well, Argos. I always think Argos for games. That's one of my favourite places. Always like a good bargain in Argos. They've always got good sales on. No Smiths, no, I don't even know where my closest one is, actually, thinking about it. Probably somewhere like Nottingham, I should imagine. No retro shops. Bit sad, really. Charity shops are about as retro as you're going to get. Goblin is 100% retro. I'm confused about how old Goblin is because he looks like he's 20. But am I right in thinking that he's a bit older than that? Yes, he is, isn't he? I think he's 35. Righto. Did I inspire you to do your laundry? $35. Oof. I remember being 35. 15 years ago. So what's your secret for looking so youthful, Goblin? Oh. Are you looking forward to hitting the big 4-0, Ducky? My 40's disappeared so quickly. empty the hopper. Get some monies. Oh. Yeah. No, I was gutted when I hit 30. Don't worry about anything. I'll be dead soon, that's true. Yeah. Maybe the secret is to use facial expressions sparingly. Oh, what about the laughter lines? You've got to get some laughter lines. I'm proud of those. Getting some sun helps a bit. The colour keeps me from looking dead. Have you tried Graveyard Keeper? I've not tried it yet. I've got me freebie, but yeah, not tried it yet. Have you played much of it? It was super broke at first, couldn't load in. It works now. I played for 20 minutes to see if I'd like it. Gonna give it a go at some point. So was your first experience of seeing it was when it went free? I love Stardew Valley. Yeah, I'm only annoyed that I put it down for too long. As to when I've loaded it back up again, I'm like, I ain't got a clue what I'm doing. I loaded it up just the other day actually to have a look at that Prairie King. And I even surprised myself about how much I had done on that game with regards to how advanced all my farm looked. Yeah, starting again is the best. Yeah, starting again. I think I'd literally start again. Put I don't know, 15 or 20 hours into it, and then probably load up my original save. So just get a good feel for it again, and go back to it. The music's phenomenal for that game. It's just so well done. Yeah, I'd watch me stream that as well, but I don't know. Takes a lot out of me, that one does. I think I'd have to be streaming for a while to sort of get into games like that, because good thing about this one is literally I can switch my brain off, because I do find it quite difficult, you know, with the sort of the chat and actually taking notice of what I'm doing. Absolutely, yeah. In my top 10 as well. Yeah, yeah. It's an incredible game, and to think there was that one guy who developed it. It's insane. But I suppose that goes down to sort of too many chefs spoil the broth and all that. When it's one guy with his vision and his vision only, it can only, it can only, be a good thing. Oh, I've passed out. I nearly made it to the bus stop. What's his new one? Because wasn't there one that was supposed to be set in, well, either in space or on a planet or something? I can't remember what it was called. I think it came out on PC. I don't think it made it to console. Haunted Chocolatier? Oh yeah, no, I've not heard of that one.
Morning, Ashley. First of all, I'm thrilled by your dedication. We all must suffer for our passion sometimes, whether we want to or not. But remember, rest is essential for optimal performance. Make sure you're on the bus home no later than 2 a.m.
Oh, okay. Hello, Yorkie Dorky. How you doing? Been busy today? My bag. Me sack's full.
Excellent!
Parental responsibility. How old are your kids and Wayne? Mine are in their 20s now. So I'd have to look after them anymore. And 17. 17-year-old is at work. The youngest up from school. That's quite an age gap.
Bodacious!
My son will be 4 in a few months. Ah, yeah, I'd be sort of similar kind of age because I had my eldest lad. I was 29 when I had him, and 30 when I had my youngest. It's a good age, really, I think. So I talked to him about Minecraft the other day. So we played it together. He was doing the walking with W and then jumping with space. Aww. Yeah, both my lads were into Minecraft, absolutely crazy about it. And then they got into Terraria. My eldest is 21. Bloody hell. Wow. That's crazy, Ducky. Catching up with you. I want to get the Zombat too. That's a cool game. Got a couple of £100 left to get that. As I say, both my lads don't seem to have much interest in wanting to drive. I don't know if I'd be brave enough to get in a car with them. But she's celiac. Is that the gluten allergy? Is that right? I thought that was some sort of cult religion. Bloody watch getting in the way. I played Subnautica. I kind of enjoyed it, but I will make a confession that I did actually end up cheating at it to get the platinum. Whoopsie. Not played Stranded Deep though. I've got it, so I think it was on PlayStation Plus a while back, wasn't it? But I think even that had some kind of exploit to get the trophies on it. Yeah, on Subnautica there was like a developer's menu, and you could change stuff and teleport to certain areas, and yeah, bit bad really. No worries, Wayne. Thanks so much for popping in anyway. I really appreciate it. I'll take it you'll be streaming tonight, will you? To platinums. Yeah, I do. Well, my platinum addiction isn't as bad as it used to be. I have come away from it. But yeah, I do like to pick them up now and again. The whole platinum scene got a bit silly anyway, didn't it? With everyone getting these jumping taco and stroking whatevers, and it almost like the platinum sort of lost its appeal. It didn't mean anything. Well, not that it really means anything anyway, but it was obviously satisfying to be able to 100% a game. But yeah, all these crappy little games, yeah, sort of killed off platinum hunting a bit for me. I've never really been exposed to trophies achievements except for the people who don't play anything modern. I did some achievements on a few Steam games that I liked, like Payday 2. Yeah, it's one of those things I kind of wish that I didn't get into platinums. Because it, in one sense, it obviously expands the game to give you more sort of challenges to do or whatever. But on the other side, it kind of ruins games, because in some aspects it can make you not want to play a game again. Sort of PTSD and all that with certain trophies. Oh, I can get me arcade machine now. Now this one's a really good one. So when that gets delivered, that'll be one really well worth watching. What Remains of Edith Finch? I really enjoyed that. Juicon, I like the art style. Wasn't overly keen on the game overall. Yep, Spider-Man's awesome. I was quite surprised by that because I'm not really into superhero games. But yeah, really enjoyed Spider-Man. I like Juicon mostly because it was something totally different. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, I do like the more sort of unusual games. I go for a lot of the indie titles. So a lot of the indie titles, you know, they actually feel like a labour of love, don't they? You know. You want to play another mountain climbing game? Oh, you won't play another mountain climbing game. Why is that? Hotline Miami, cool. Got them. I haven't played them. Isn't the soundtrack on Hotline Miami supposed to be really good, isn't it? Looking forward to playing those again. And the music, yeah. Juicon wasn't amazing, but I've played one. No, that's enough mountain climbing. So here's your little to-do list. So that's that only just got introduced. At the beginning of the game, you don't have a to-do list like this, so. Complete one level in Racer Chaser. Oh, this is where you actually get a different kind of currency for doing your to-do list. I remember it getting a bit repetitive. What, this game? Yeah, it's quite good, isn't it? I said there's quite a few games that are that are pretty good. They've sort of done like a bit of a twist on, you know, the old retro games. What were everyone's first experience of arcade machines? Mine was Star Wars back in the really early 80s. Well, you know, the wire graphics. Oh, sugar. Oh, poo. Time Crisis is the only arcade you've ever played? Go on. Robocop by Data East. How old is that game? I think the only Robocop that I ever played was like the ZX Spectrum conversion. Will it be that game? Years old. Yeah, on an actual arcade battery. All the arcade, well, if you can find arcade machines these days, they're all like stupidly expensive, aren't they, to play on them? I miss the days where you could put 10p in. Are arcade machines still a thing? Are they still being produced, or have they scrapped them now? Because I know very little about the arcade scene now, if there is one. Have I got an all-time favourite game? It's a bit... That's a really tough one, because The Last of Us is like an all-time favourite, but I think with it being sort of so modern, it's, you know, it almost sort of feels like a bit of a cop-out to have that as my favourite. I mean, it's an absolutely incredible game, and, you know, but I always sort of think there was a game that I used to play back on the old ZX Spectrum called Laser Squad, which I've got so many fond memories of that, that in a sense that could be my favourite game of all time. Feels like an all-time favourite, needs to be a nostalgia tinged. Yeah, so it does feel like a bit of a cop-out having a modern game as a favourite. Oh, died again. Yeah, Stardew Valley is a simply amazing game. It's there's so many people that obviously who don't really know much about it. See, I didn't actually play. I've never played Harvest Moon until I played Stardew Valley. It was almost like Oh, I want to sort of see what this Harvest Moon's all about now. And yeah, it doesn't live up to Stardew Valley quality, does it? GT2. So GT2. Oh, that's PS1, isn't it? I had to think for a moment there. I don't think I've actually played GT2. I've got it. I played the original GT. No, sorry. I'm thinking of Grand Theft Auto. Sorry. Yeah, GT2. Yeah, I've played all the Gran Turismos. Yeah, GT2 was one of my favourite Gran Turismos. I didn't have much experience of 4, but then again, I just really didn't like the menu, how you kind of like scrolled around the map, you know, moving your cursor around. It was a bit yuck. I like it all to be on the screen at once. Not played Elder Scrolls 3. All I've played is Oblivion and Skyrim. I think that's the only two I've played. Yeah, I love my Gran Turismo 7. It's certainly the one I've put the most hours into. Yeah, just short of 1,000, just short of 1,000 hours on Gran Turismo. I think most of that was grinding for money, though. I like Fallout 3. Never finished it though, because I think, like with many open world games similar to that, I never get to complete them. Shameful. Never completed Skyrim either. Bought it on PS3, PS4, VR, PS5, but not completed it. I think I just like the thought of it. Now this is a good game. Zombat 2. Can't bloody remember the buttons now. How have I got to go? No, I've got to restart because I don't know what's going on there. What's going on? None of the buttons work. This is supposed to be like a twin stick shooter. Not bloody surprised I died. What's going on? Oh. That didn't work before. Bloody hell. Ah. I got upgrade the weapons, got to get to the shop. Meow. Flipping it. Right, so chat. There's a game called Super Strike Gunner on the SNES. I was class at the time. It was quite. What do you think to Castlevania Ducking? I've only ever tried Symphony of the Night, and it really, for some reason, didn't really grab me. I didn't quite understand what the all the hype was behind it. I can't remember which one it was. It was on the PS1. I don't even know how many there were on the PS1. So to my knowledge, it was only Symphony of the Night, but I might be completely wrong about that.
Bodacious.
There was also Castlevania Chronicles. Oh, right, okay. So, Goblin, when I mentioned about Laser Squad earlier on the ZX Spectrum, is that something that you've seen or heard of at all, or is that a new one on you? It's like the, where XCOM originated, the XCOM games. Oh, your dad was a bit of a gamer. What was he mainly interested in? What console or what computers? Don't think I've got one. I've tried Laser Squad. I can check my box of tapes. Yeah, give it a look. It's a very simplified XCOM game. You start the game with a certain amount of credits. You've got your little soldiers. You sort of give them armor and their weapons, and then the game will allow you sort of to deploy them in certain areas of the map, and then it's just take turns, and yes, it's basically XCOM, but I say a very sort of simplified version, which for me I loved. There was nothing complicated, and I like not complicated. Have a look under your bed. Don't be distracted by any magazines under there, though, eh? I only remember him playing the same stuff as me, really. He loves Star Trek, so anything space related. Yeah, so what did he used to play on then, Ducky? What was it? Computer, like ZX Spectrum or anything like that, or was it like NES, SNES, or? F1 game and cannon fodder. I've heard of cannon fodder. I think cannon fodder was on the ZX Spectrum, along with obviously other consoles and whatever, and home computers. Now the Commodore 64 that someone gave that recently. Was that like an original or one of those Commodore 64 minis? I borrowed a Commodore 64 back in the day. Me and a friend did a little short-term swap. He had my ZX Spectrum 48K for a bit, and I had his Commodore 64. And I loved the time I had with it. Cannon fodder was on SNES. It wasn't a SNES, so he brought home.
Three, two, one.
given a Mega Drive and a Commodore by my mother-in-law. She found them in their loft. Cool, I do think sometimes, I do wonder how much sort of gaming-related stuff people have got sat in their lofts, sort of forgotten about for many, many years. Oh. That's a sad thought, isn't it? I mean, people bin them. Oh, nobody will want this. It's old. Oh. Looks like you don't have a tape for Laser Squad. Do you emulate at all? Atoms on the Spectrum was enjoying Heroes Quest and Enlightenment Druid 2. Not heard of that one. Heroes Quest, has that got something to do with... Was it the board game? Was it linked to that? That rings a bell. Binned all your SNES stuff? Well, I was about 10. Bloody hell. You don't really emulate Goblin. What, is it something that you won't do, or... Because I just got myself one of those little Raspberry Pis for simple emulation of, you know, like the ZX Spectrum and whatnot. And Mega Drives and Master Systems. When did you first get into all retro anyway, Goblin? What inspired you to be like a retro collector? Yeah, I think it's mad as well, Ducky. Bonkers. Well, I have the... What's that? Mayu Mini. I have the Mayu Mini Plus, a handheld Linux emulation thing. I never really feel like sitting at a screen to play something emulated. I've never heard of the Mayu Mini. That's cool. I always loved PS1 and PS2. And didn't really move on from that because there's so much good stuff still to play. So I have very little love for the PS2. I've collected, I've got a little collection of PS2. But for me, when the PS2 came out, I had a lot of like responsibilities and stuff, and I almost like wasn't allowed to game. It was I had a very strict wife at the time, but she gone. So that's when my gaming was revived. PS3 was, I think, my sort of golden era of the modern gaming time. I appreciate other more older machines too, still expanding my interests. I did have a PS3 at some point, but never felt any attachment to it. No. I love retro stuff, but you're missing out on so much stopping at PS2. Yeah. I think PS4 was a real sort of slow burner for me. I was playing my PS3 more than that. And I think it was like towards the end of the PS4 life that it actually started to pick up. Yeah, I've generally loved all the consoles I've ever had, but I think if I was to get rid of anything, it would be the Wii. I've absolutely no nostalgia or connection with the Wii at all. I think I bought it from a friend, and quickly came to sort of almost loathe it. Love my GameCube. That's got some sort of classic titles on it. Again, one of my smaller collections. I've only got like a handful of games for the Cube. God, I need a bloody bigger trash bag. This gets annoying. Every console has something for everyone, absolutely. And I think Nintendo generally are pretty good, aren't they, as well, with the kind of games that they bring out. It's just a shame that they always seem to hold their price and stay pretty expensive. I think my kids were sort of kind of too young when the Wii came out. But it's certainly not something that they ever sort of really, were really interested in. And I'm almost kind of glad as well. Although I love Pokemon games, I can't be arsed with the new stuff. Yeah, I've got a handful of Pokemon games on the Game Boy Advance. I think I've bought some off a friend for really cheap. Now I feel really bad because now they're worth quite a lot. But both my lads are into Pokemon. And apart from looking at the little characters, I've got no real kind of connection with it. I was far too grown up to get into that when that came out. Although I dabbled in a bit of Pokemon Go with my lads, and I enjoyed that. So a good excuse to sort of go out for walks and whatnot. Get them out of the house. And Pokemon Yellow, is that the one where you start with Pikachu, isn't it? Is that right? Following you about everywhere. Yeah, my eldest lad, he's really into his gaming. My younger lad, take it or leave it, but he has moments of playing lots of Minecraft and all the sort of stuff that he kind of grew up with, bit of Fortnite. But yeah, he can sort of take it or leave it, I think. He likes a lot of games like Little Nightmares, Reanimal, all the sort of really sort of sinister sort of games. I think he likes a bit there. Was it Bendy? He's played a bit of that. Likes a bit of horror. And the Super Game Boy, Super Game Boy, so you could play Game Boy games on the telly. Oh, was that like an attachment or something, or was that some sort of? My son is a massive gamer. He's into everything. Attachment GameCube. Oh, okay. GameCube one was called the Game Boy Player. So what were they? The Super Game Boy and the Game Boy Player, I take it they were similar attachments, but for two different consoles. I had the back in the day. I had the Mega Drive on top of the Mega CD, and the 32X plopped on top of that. That's something I really wish I could hold on to. Super Game Boy goes in the cart slot of the SNES, and there's a smaller slot in it. Oh, okay, yeah. SNES one went in where the SNES games went. The cube went underneath. Oh, that's right. I remember the one that plopped on the bottom. Oh, I love my GameCube. That comes out once every year, I think. We'll get that out. Play a bit of Animal Crossing on it. Bit of Pikmin. Love a bit of Pikmin. And the Star Wars games. When you start, when you start getting the platinums, did you stop playing anything else except the PlayStation? Yeah, generally. Yeah. I think that's the other thing that could be said, really, isn't it? That I sort of feel that sort of time away, time playing other games, and I could be, getting trophies and whatever. It kind of ruins it a bit. Because like the retro games that don't have platinums and stuff, say like once or twice a year they come out. Was Animal Crossing any good on the GameCube? And is it similar to the Switch version? I've not played the Switch version, but yeah, the original Animal Crossing on the GameCube is really good. But Wild World on the DS was better, obviously, because of they just improved the game, but I do like the original. And plus mine was American import, so the only way I could play it was with that freeloader disc I think I had to put in first to be able to play it. But it was the only way I could get Animal Crossing cheap, because I think I got it for about 20 quid off of eBay. Whereas the PAL version is quite a lot more expensive. I would like to play the Switch version. But then again, it's probably not a good idea, because on the DS I got addicted to it, and it was like a daily thing, playing it, and I could really do without that. I don't really like getting sort of fixated on one game for too long, because Modern Warfare 2, when that came out, all my friends were all playing it online, and it was an absolute golden era of playing online with your friends and stuff, but so many games I neglected because of it. I think I sort of, missed out on about 2 years of sort of gaming because of Modern Warfare 2. So I avoid anything like Call of Duty nowadays. Stardew was the last game I was addicted to, and Rocket League. Yeah, I had a moment with Rocket League. I never became very good at it though. My eldest son was really, really good at Rocket League. Playing the MMO RPG RuneScape sucks so much of my time from other games. I've never played RuneScape. I've heard all about it though, because that was like a big thing, wasn't it? But yeah, I've never played that. Played about 3,000 hours on Rocket League. Wow, flipping heck. That's crazy. I can't imagine putting 3,000 hours into any game. I thought I was doing well with GT7. I think that's like my most hours put into a game. Bloody hell, 3,000 hours. I take it you was pretty handy at it then. My advice, just not try any MMO. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's I think that's sound advice. Although at the same time, I would kind of want to give one a go. I've got silly hours on multiple games: FIFA, Stardew, Farming Sim, Rocket League. See, Farming Sim is definitely a game I would really like to get properly into, because I dabbled on Farming Simulator. I think it was 19 that we got free on PlayStation Plus, and I played about 10 hours of it or something, and I liked it, but I didn't get hooked to it, unfortunately. I kind of wanted to. I've been clean for nearly over 6 months. What's MMO stand for? Was that massive multiplayer online? Is that right? Oh, massively multiplayer online. I love Farming Sim. Up for multiplayer if you fancy it sometime. It's been like years and years and years since I played. I did install it just recently to give it another look. But yeah, if I ever get into a point where I'm any good at the game and a bit more sort of fluid with it, I would certainly consider it. I mean, I like the look of that Snow Runner when Yorkie was playing that, and I bought it, downloaded it. Kind of enjoyed what I played of it, but I think with Yorkie made it look so easy how he was sort of going through it all, and I just didn't bond with it as much as I wanted to. There's a lot of stuff that I didn't really kind of understand, and all the different bloody trailers and whatever. Got a little bit lost in it all. Right, when this in-game day comes to an end, I am gonna bring the stream to an end because my bladder's full and my tummy's getting rumbly. I need to get some food. SnowRunner top 5. Wow. Okay. Did you play the Mud Runner as well? Well, these bloody rank C's not very good, is it? What was it about Mud Runner then? I know very little about either SnowRunner or Mud Runner. What? I'm taking Mud Runner came first, did it? Or was it the lack of snow? Too much mud, as IGN would say. 5 out of 10. Too much mud. Oh, you played SnowRunner first. I suppose that's always the downside, isn't it, when you play the better game first. I might have liked it if I played Mud Runner first. Yeah. Can I afford my jukebox yet? Oh, I can. Nice carpet, that. Right then, guys, I'm gonna bring the stream to an end now. But thanks ever so much for all your time that you give me to watch me play. It helps having people in the chat to be able to sort of talk a bit and yeah. So thanks again, and I shall see you on the next one. See ya. Cheers, Ducky. Cheers, Goblin, if you're still about. See you later.